Hey everybody, it is Brittany Stang here, health and fitness coach, horse trainer, and entrepreneur. Okay, we are on day 2, action 2. So the first day we talked about taking small actions each day to create goals to make the future that you want. So I told you on day 1, I wanted you to pull out a pen and piece of paper. It's not that hard. Everybody owns one, I promise. And write down what you want your future to look like, down to what house you're living in, what your job's going to be like, what your coworkers are going to be like, whether you have kids or not, and so forth. So today what we're going to do is we're going to take those goals, that future, and we're going to break it down into your strengths and weaknesses. And then we're going to learn how to do personal development. Okay, so the first step to this is when you've mapped out your future, you've got several things ahead of you. You've got financial, and you've got emotional. So which are you strong at and which one are you weak at? Are you weak at both? Are you strong at both? Where are you at with that? So financially, I'm not a numbers gal. That's my husband's job. We've already determined it within our relationship. He's the numbers guy. So I leave that kind of stuff up to him. He just tells me what I need to do to help and be involved with that. And I've got more of the goal-oriented, like where I want to be family-wise handled. So I've got more of the emotional side, and he's got more of the financial side handled. So what we did was we broke down each goal. So first off, financially, we had to get our crap together, basically. And that's always a struggle, especially when you're kind of surrounded by a lot of people that don't really concentrate on making sure that they're saving money, or they're putting their money, like it's working for them, or they're putting it away for something, or they're actually planning their money out, like giving each dollar a job. So we've really worked on that, and it's a struggle, and I think everyone continues to struggle on it, but that's a weakness for us, so we're working on that. We're giving each dollar somewhere for it to go. We're concentrating on it, and we're working on that. The other side is emotional. So it's very hard to get caught up. It's very hard not to get caught up in this like emotional roller coaster of everything going on around you. Like, for instance, this election, like it's so hard not to get just drawn into that and that be your only concentration when you've got other things to concentrate on. Like, go vote, then be done. You know, like that's over. So it's like what's going on in our head should be concentration on our goals. Okay. So find out what your weakness is, okay? Because there's something called personal development, and I'm just going to touch on that because this is what I want you to do today is when you pull out your list, look through your list, okay? I want you to put financial beside it if it's going to be a financial goal, and then I want you to put mental beside it if it's going to be a mental goal, okay? And then I want you to decide which one of those you're going to be strong or weak at, which one you feel you're better at, and then put strong or weak beside that, okay? With your weaknesses, I want you to circle those. Okay, so let's say a goal is to have a house in 5 years. Okay, well, that's going to be a financial goal. Obviously, there's some mental tactics there, but that's financial. So you're going to put financial beside that. Now, are you weak or are you strong there? Now, my husband, if this was his list, he would put strong. If it was mine, I would put weak. So when we circle that, what you want to do with that is take your personal development and base it on those things. Okay, so let's say this month, throwing that out there, this isn't happening, but just roll with me. Let's say this month we were going to buy a house, okay? If we were going to buy a house this month, obviously we would be down to the nitty gritty, and this would also be a lot mental, but it's very financial. We would be very much focusing on where each dollar is going, what paperwork needs to get done, what money needs to go where, what bills need to go when, things we need to move around. We would be very much involved in that purchasing of that home. So we would probably need some mental personal development. We would need something that would be on that side. But up to that point, we would have done a lot of personal development within the finances. We would have studied a lot of like first homeowner books. We would have talked to a lot of real estate agents. We would have been checking the market before we went to purchase. We would be really studying that, okay, like big time. So I just want you to break down your list. Is it your weakness or is it your strong point? Is it financial or is it mental? Okay, so something like having a kid would be more mental. Like, are you ready? Is your family ready? Is God ready for you to have children, or the universe, whatever it is that you look for your future, So that's more mental. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if it's more mental, then that's what you base your personal development on. Okay. So here's what you do with that. Once you've got your weakness or your strengths, and you've got whether it's physical or, whether it's financial or mental, once you've broken that down, here's what you're going to do next. You're going to look at that list and you're going to pick the next goal that you're going to shoot for. You and your significant other are going to circle that. Okay, that's your next goal. Now, is that goal based on your strength or your weakness? Is it financial or is it mental? And then you're going to go find a piece of personal development to study to help yourself get stronger in that area. Okay, let's say it is financial and you're extremely strong in that area. Then all you're going to do is write down the smaller actions that it's going to take to get that done, and you're going to focus on that each week. Okay. Then if that's your strength already, look towards that next goal and go ahead and start studying to that, because more than likely the next goal is going to be your weakness. And so I want you to start studying personal development for that. So easiest way to do that, podcasts. They're free. Free. I think I'm subscribed to like 10. I don't know. I'm kind of a podcast junkie. But I listen to, I'm a health and fitness coach. And so I listen to things like Build Your Tribe, which means to find people that are surrounding you that are like you, to bring you in and be a part of your team, to grow their life because you've got so much in common. I've got one that's nutrition, because I was completely weak in that area. Like, I had no idea what my nutrition was or what it needed or what it lacked. So I studied that. So I've got the nutritional podcast to listen to. Then I've got one that's, it's literally just about being the best you every day when you wake up. I used to have a lot of weakness in just being able to control my emotions and being able to control how other people make me feel. So I did a ton of studying on that. So I've got a bunch of podcasts. I listen to those, and I also have Audible. So you can just about listen to any book you want to on Audible, and it's usually fairly the same price as a paperback that you could go to the library and get, versus having it on your phone and plugging in your earplugs and going on a jog or going on a walk, or when you're shopping, putting them in, whatever. But you need to find a piece of personal development that's going to help you get stronger in that area. So now that you've got your list of goals and what your future is going to look like, break it down and then start studying that, okay? Start studying that weakness. So that's action number 2. So every day you should do some type of personal development. And if it's finances, go talk to a CPA. Go talk to a tax lady. Go talk to someone that that has 20 rental houses if you're looking at buying a house, talk to them about how it works. Go talk to a real estate agent. Maybe you've got one in your family. You can sit down and say, hey, what's the market like? Like, what's going on here? It's going to help you, okay? Anything to study in that area, it's going to help you for that next goal, okay? So yesterday was write it down. Today is break it down and start studying your weaknesses, okay? Because that's the only way that you'll get stronger. If you just leave it on paper or you just leave it floating out there and you're just like, we don't really know what we're doing, but we'll figure it out. That doesn't work. You won't just figure it out. You've got to break it down. You've got to study it. You've got to get stronger in your weaknesses. So I hope this tip helped you guys. And if it did, keep following along. I'm going to try to post several of these actions that I do each day that help me. And as far as writing my goals down and writing my future down, I try to write my goals down each week. I write down, because they'll kind of shift, like your life shifts, or your mind might shift, or your family might shift. So write down your goals each week and then break them down, and then see what goal you need to work on the most that week and study it, do your personal development in that area, and that's going to help you. So that's tip number 2. I hope that helped. This is Brittany Stang, health and fitness coach, horse trainer, and entrepreneur, signing out. Bye, y'all.